Here, you walk around with them.
Me?
How are you? Hold this.
You know what the significance of 2 o'clock is?
No.
I didn't know if like somebody, you know, gets up and work.
Do you think they get out at 4?
Testing. Hi everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out today with Parents United for Freedom. I want to start this off with a prayer and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we have a few people who would like to speak.
Oh, we should use that.
Okay, here we go. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the opportunity to gather together. Please give us the courage, the strength, and the wisdom to stand together for our children in America. Thank you for keeping us all safe, and please protect our children against these evil people that will not let up. Amen. Okay. There's a flag up here. We can't really see it. We're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you so much. Our first speaker is George. He's going to come and speak to us.
Hi, I'm George Rodriguez, and got a radio program called Business and follow my Facebook. Folks, first of all, let me thank you for all having the courage to show up and to voice your opinion. What we are talking about here, and I will kind of lay the groundwork for the other speakers. I will lay the groundwork for the other speakers. The situation that we've got, my friends, is very simple. What we're talking about is the issue of personal freedom, personal guidance of children, of our families, versus fear, versus tyranny. Because I can't put it any other way. My friends, the issue is very, very simple. First of all, if these folks, these politicians, these liberals, leftists, if they were, and please make sure that the reporter takes notes properly.
Yes.
Okay? Because the fake news, instead of reporting how many people get well, how many people don't get sick, they're like vultures. Have you noticed they give you a count of how many are dying? Have you noticed that?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
They're like vultures. You know, and if it's bad news, it's good for them. Because then the politicians can justify their tyrannical behavior. Okay, make sure that you get that. Fake news justifies the politicians' tyrannical behavior. Now, folks, let's face it. If they were serious about this, then instead of telling us to mask up, they should shut down the border. They should shut down the border. They should check everybody coming into the United States. You know, if they were serious. But it's not about being serious, it's about tyranny. It's about putting us in our place because they know what's best. You know, did you hear Fauci? We've got to give up freedoms.
No, we don't. No.
Can you imagine?
No.
He actually said that.
No.
I mean, what brain cells is he using? The headache, my friends, is that again they use fear. I've got a young grandnephew. He's in junior high, and he has been scared to death. I used to take him every Saturday to go eat, and since this silliness broke out, he's afraid to leave because he has bought into it. They've scared him. Now, I know that there's going to be more kids like him. There's going to be more kids like that that have been traumatized. You know, is that the kind of society they want? A society that they scare? Yes, it is. Because if you're scared, you won't question it. You will not question it.
That's the truth.
It becomes, again, a situation, my friends, where you have got to do what's good for the benefit of everybody else. Well, here's an idea. How about everybody being responsible for yourselves? What a thought. How about you being responsible? You know, again, it's the same mentality that says the gun is responsible for the murder, not the individual. It's the same thinking. It's the same thinking that you can't take care of yourself, so therefore the government's got to come in and take care of you. Well, what happened to you making your own decisions? What happened to that? Well, I'll tell you what's happened. It's become convenient for many people to be told what to do. And other people are just flat scared. You know, they say, yes, you can wear your mask. No, you don't. I just ate at La Margarita a little while ago. Apparently the virus doesn't work while I'm sitting at the table. Apparently it doesn't work. It's not effective while I'm sitting at the table. However, if I get up from the table and I go someplace within the restaurant, I got to wear the mask. And then they say, oh, we believe in the science. I mean, really.
If it's convenient for them, they believe in the science.
Exactly. It is the science of convenience. That's what it is. It is the science of tyranny. That's what it is. And my friends, we cannot stand for this because we are on a slippery slope. We are on a slippery slope. Keep this in mind, and then I'll pass the microphone on. Keep this in mind, that the fight for freedom and liberty, and this is a fight for freedom and liberty. The fight for freedom and liberty starts here, not in Washington, here at the school district. And we have got to get people to the polls. At the last municipal election, only 18% of the registered voters voted. Only 18%. And the liberals won. So what does that tell you? How many conservatives showed up? How many freedom-loving people showed up? We have got to get, don't tell me you did, tell me that you're going to take people. We have got to be like missionaries, taking people by the hand and taking them to the, they use buses to go pick people up and take them. some cases, in some cases, they'll even fill out the ballot.
Make it harder for them to cheat. You gotta make it harder for them to not
My
be
friends,
able to cheat.
again, the battle for freedom and liberty starts here. We have got to clean house, the schools here, and we cannot be afraid anymore. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of being Christian. Don't be afraid of being American. Don't be afraid of being white. I don't know what else I can tell you. Don't be afraid of being parents. I'm George Rodriguez. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have Ione who's going to speak. Thank you so much, George.
Hi folks, this is awesome having all of y'all down here. My name is Ione McGinty, born and raised here in San Antonio, and I'm a mother of 6. So, I can tell you I've homeschooled them all because I do not like what they teach in schools. Matter of fact, I even ran for the school board in objection to the radical sex education program that my tax dollars have to be used for. One of my favorite quotes is by Edmund Burke, who says, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." Okay? That's what these people are evil. They said 15 days to slow the spread. Fauci said masks don't work. If you think that these people in City Hall care about your kids, you're wrong. Mayor Nuremberg last summer shut down all the city swimming pools because of COVID. But guess what? Mayor Ron lives in a gated community with an armed guard at the front, and the pool across the street from him in his neighborhood never shut down.
That's right.
Okay? This is rules for you, but not for them. Okay? So, also, they say they care about the kids, but they support killing innocent unborn children in the womb.
That's right, they do.
Mayor Nuremberg is best friends with Planned Parenthood.
That's right.
These school districts can take your child to be treated for an STD or get an abortion without your knowledge. Okay? They don't care about your kids. It's all about power and control and pushing their agenda.
And money.
We will not submit to medical authoritarianism. Okay? If we don't stop this now, what's next? They're going to force your kids to get vaccinated at school?
No.
Is it going to be forced sterilization? What's next? Okay, we definitely have a city government that is overstepping their reach, and even the county judge is telling you to wear a mask, but he doesn't wear one when he goes out. Okay, these people are out of control. I'm very glad all of you have showed up. They are pushing fake news. The masks do not work. Okay? And thank y'all, and God, we ask your help and protection over our children, and we ask in the mighty name of Jesus that you bring down this evilness. Amen. Here we have Charlotte Williamson.
Charlotte Williamson Eisenhower. It's a mouthful. Charlotte Williamson forever, and then got married. I hate following George and Ione because. Here we go. All right, hey guys, I'm Charlotte Williamson Eisenhower. I'm the vice chair of the Republican Party of Bexar County. Glad to be here. I'm really glad to see all of you all. And I can't say anything better than George and Ione, unfortunately. But I will give you a personal story. A lot of you all don't recognize me because when I was running for chair, I was huge. I was pregnant. And my daughter is now 21 months old. She's beautiful, the best thing that ever happened to me. She's doing so well in her development. Can you all hear me now better?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you hear the beginning part?
Yes.
Okay. She's doing so well in her development. She attends school. And her 18-month evaluation, we were going over all the markers. Motor skills, great. Gross motor, fine motor. But she's just not talking. Why is that? Well, all the teachers are masked. And now we have a vaccine that supposedly works, but they still have to have the mask on the teachers. And they said, okay, don't worry about it. She's not talking, but nobody's talking. Really?
That's not okay.
That's not okay, guys. This is not okay. I mean, I want to be here to support choice in schools.
Yes.
I mean, we have, I'm just talking about masks. Ione can go on and on about all the other choices that we need. But we're not talking about mandating no masks. We're saying no mandates.
Right.
Because, listen, if you believe, whatever science you believe in, I mean, I don't tell anybody, but I have some very good, very close liberal friends. And he said, the mask, look, and I believe in the science. Well, that's great. I'm glad you've chosen the science that you want to believe in. Go ahead and believe in that. Send your children to school with a mask on. If you have a grandparent at home or an at-risk person in population, and you believe that your child could bring home that, wear a mask. That's great. But don't force everyone else to wear a mask just because your child, I mean, it's the freedom to choose to wear a mask, it's your freedom to choose not to wear a mask.
Yes.
And
Yes.
since that concept that is so simple, that this is even a political debate. I don't even want to be here as the vice chair of the Republican Party. I want to be here as Charlotte Williamson Eisenhower, because this should not be a political issue, but it is. I mean, does anybody recall when the election was happening, how Biden, Kamala said that if Trump developed the vaccine, they weren't going to take it?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
now it's mandatory.
Yeah.
There's an old saying, when stuff doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And that's what we're seeing right now. This does not make sense. And I've been talking to my liberal, some of my liberal friends, and I'm trying to remain friends with people. It's difficult. But look, do for you, I'll do for me. That is a right that we have in this country. And do not let it be taken away. George says, I wish I could be taking notes on what George says, because everything he said, let me just reiterate. I mean, we cannot, this seems so, to speak to people who have bought into this, to say this is tyranny. This is how it starts. I mean, this isn't the beginning. It's already, we're well into it. But when I can't make a choice for my child, and when educators don't see, I would like for them to choose to wear the mask, but listen, I've actually spoke to a lot of teachers, and I haven't spoken to one that doesn't think this is ridiculous. And as soon as teachers resign, they're out on the front line screaming about this. If you have teacher friends, talk to them, listen to them. We have to have them join the fight with us. I don't know who the next speaker is, but Charlotte Williamson Eisenhower. Oh, I have one last thing. We, in the Republican Party, we are waking up to the school board races. We've participated in this was the first time because they're nonpartisan. We participated in them in the May election, and now this is the second phase. We're coordinating with outside groups. The school board in here is where the rubber meets the road. You have to be active in your school board. Call us in the Republican Party, and we will use our resources to help you, to coordinate with you, but it has to come from the teachers too. We're redoing our precinct chair organization, so we're revamping our organization. So it's been a pleasure to see you all, talk to me afterwards. If you're interested in getting involved on the Republican Party level, please let me know. I understand if you don't. I mean, some people aren't political. This should not be a political issue, but it is. Anyway, thank you so much for all of you all willing to be here.
Hi, thanks for showing up. Can you hear me? A little closer. There you go. Thank you. Hi, my name is Bill Librera, and I have one child that's going to be going to Reagan High School in the Northeast Independent School District this year. Okay.
Hold it up closer.
Got it. Okay, my name is Bill Librera. I'm a parent of a child in the NEISD, and my last name is spelled Librera. And the reason why I say that is I'm not afraid. We can't be afraid. If you're going to write an article or you're going to say something about me, make sure you spell my name right. Because we have to stop being afraid. Because people have been conditioned to accept the mask as being normal.
Yep.
This is not normal. It's not the new normal, and I'm not going to accept it. And neither should any one of us. Let me tell you that if the governor made a mandate that said you could not wear a mask in school, I'd be up here telling you that's wrong. You don't mandate what I can and can't do or what my child can and can't do. I'm the parent, we're the parents, we make those choices. I've had family members say, I want to get back to normal. I'm tired of hearing this talk about masks. I'm tired of hearing about variants. I'm tired about hearing about vaccinations. You know what? I am too. And I said, if you can't get rid of this mask, the mask is the easiest thing to throw away. You have to start somewhere. Because if you start there, if you fight for the mask and get rid of this mask, you can argue the science till you're blue in the face with me. I don't care. It's my choice. It's my child. And if those reasons are my child can't breathe right in school, that's my decision. That's my decision, not yours. You give me the choice. Now, back to getting to normal. You get rid of these masks, and I believe what will happen is the scales will fall from people's eyes. Because once you see it, once you see how you've been manipulated, how you've been conditioned, you will realize that this is all a game. Listen, I worked for the government for almost 30 years, and I'm retired, and I have a lot of time on my hands. I've been to school meetings, school board meetings. I've talked about critical race theory and some of the trash that they're bringing into our schools. And the masks are trash, and that's where they belong. And what I'm telling you is that when I worked for the government, they took statistics. And I was involved in the union, which would seem like, oh, that's a left or a right or a liberal or conservative issue. I was involved with the union, and I was talking to upper level managers, and I said, well, the statistics show X. You know what that manager told me? We can make those statistics look however we want them to.
This is what we're doing.
We need more money, the numbers show this. We need more people, the numbers show this. We'll make those numbers dance. And I'd love to sit here and do a tap dance, but I'm not a very good dancer. Now, I don't know if you saw this just a few days ago. They've been telling us, oh, but the kids are going into the hospitals. Huge number of kids being admitted to the hospital. It's false. It's a lie. Like you said earlier, they're lying to you. When it turned out, they made a correction. But the thing is they get their story out and nobody sees the correction. It's fake news. What they said was that, I don't know, it was a large number, thousands of kids had been admitted to the hospitals with COVID. Some of it's respiratory virus syndrome because they haven't been outside and their immune systems are deteriorating. Some of it may be COVID, right? But the point is those numbers weren't for 1 week, they were for like 6 weeks. And then they made a correction, but get this, the correction wasn't the 7 days, probably because the last 7 days the numbers were going down. So they used 6 weeks of numbers. Why? For you and the fear porn that they've been peddling to all of us about COVID. I believe COVID's real. I know it's real.
Yes, it is.
I'll deal with it the way I want to deal with it.
That's right.
They told you, now listen, they told you get vaccinated. You get vaccinated, we'll get back to normal. That's falling apart. That's falling apart. And they're silencing people. They are silencing people. I posted on Nextdoor from an article from the CDC about COVID and vaccinated people and unvaccinated people, and they found that the viral load was equal. In fact, it was a little bit higher for the vaccinated people, a tad, not much, but they said it was nearly equal. I'll give them that. Nextdoor told me it was misinformation. I said, misinformation? It came from the CDC. Then they said you didn't post a link to that article. And I said, I did post a link to that article. They said, thank you for understanding about your suspension, and I've appealed it, and I still don't get an answer. I will voice my opinion. I will choose what I want to do. They want to arrest me? Arrest me. I don't work. I got time. You know what? The more attention you bring to me, the louder my voice gets. And I want everybody. Now is not the time to be afraid. Now is the time to stand up and fight.
I'm going to take a seat.
Get into the
I'm a
mic.
parent, a Christian, a citizen legislator, okay? So, parents, FYI, for those parents who do not know, oh, okay. Parents, communicate with your schools, okay? Call the main office, find out who your parent liaisons are, call the district's office, get emails to your parents that are involved with PTA, PTSAs, get emails to the administrator emails, superintendent emails. Do not be afraid to communicate with them, okay? Through email if you need to, okay? Just do it kindly, be professional, but be direct. But just really, it's FYI, be empowered to communicate with the schools. It's very important that they hear from you. Also, something else, for those of you parents who do not know, school board meetings have what they call, that I know of, that I'm familiar with, it's about a 3-minute time slot, okay, at school board meetings. It's called Citizens to be Heard. So make it a point, put that on your calendars, school board meetings. Show up, be a voice, and even if when you do show up, if you don't have an opportunity to speak, or but take the time to go and listen, okay, and meet some people, meet some parents that share the same conservative ideals as you do, okay, that feel strongly about your children not being, what's the word, I can't think of the words, manipulated, okay, to wear masks, okay. I for one, as a parent, I came to San Antonio, to Bexar County, as a parent so that my children were provided a great education. I heard about the great school districts here in San Antonio. I'm from South Texas, born and raised in a small town right on the U.S.-Mexican border, okay? So, I wanted diversity for my children in great school districts, okay? And so, I mean, I'll be honest, it's a little sad, it's sad seeing what some of these reputable school districts are not doing, okay? It just seems, so I feel like, so I don't know, because they're doing what's being asked of them to do, or they're just not leaders. So it's important that we elect leaders, for school board members. That you'll hear. I've been to meetings, and so really, if you really care about the kids, if you look at the science, someone said earlier, they said it best. I can't think of the word, but statistics show that children are immune to it. Is that the word? Okay, so and we are a sovereign state. Texas is a sovereign state. So we need to be a voice and send a message to the mayor that enough of the compadre system with the federal government. Okay, so yeah, I can't tell you how important that is. What else can I say? And also be a voice at the school board. One last thing, okay? So as a parent, I've had opportunities to be at the schools as an educator, and one of the things that makes me very sad, okay, and I do not think that it's a battle that we cannot win, but one of the saddest things that makes me the most sad at school is, and I've gotten to see it firsthand, is what cell phones do to our children in our schools. That is so detrimental to their development and to them being focused. It deviates them from being focused in schools. Okay, so it's very important that we bring that up at the meetings and not give up that battle, not give up that fight. Okay, so really, I mean, I can't tell you, stress you how important that is. I've seen it firsthand, what it does to children, and it's not good. So, I mean, that's all I have to say. That's all I can think of now. I speak from the heart. Contact your school administrators, principals, APs, and push. Keep pushing. Okay? All right, because it just affects children psychologically.
Hey guys, my name is Joe Garza. I'm a citizen of San Antonio. I love doing activities like this, and I hope y'all are having fun too. And I wanted to get y'all excited about being here, because we need to hear y'all's voices. Y'all need to speak up and speak out. Do not just stay at home. Do not just come and just hang out. So I want to hear y'all's voice. I want you to chant, "My child, my choice." Ready? My child, my choice. 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 All right, thank you. And we're all here right now, but you have to speak up by yourself as well. Call your councilman, call your mayor, call the judge. I want somebody to come up here and I want the kids especially to come up here and I want you to chant something or say anything into the microphone. I want you to get comfortable in saying something. Okay? Come on, somebody come up here. Want to come up here? Yes, sir. Come on, just say something. There you go.
Hey friends, my name is Steven. We don't wear masks. The sign says leave kids alone. Abortion is murder. I love my mom. I believe Patrick Van Dolen. I believe in him. That kid is so right. Texas Red.org.
Somebody else, I want you to get up here. Somebody come on up here. Come on. We cannot be afraid. We gotta speak up and speak out. Please, say something.
Well, I'm not a kid, but I am a parent.
That's okay. Anybody.
I am a parent of 3 little boys. One that just turned 5 and is going to kinder. We are really excited because the mask mandate went down before summer. And here we are stuck and worried about our little ones too, because I have a 2-year-old just turned 3 and a baby almost 2. So the fact that they are only getting worse on these mandates and it's lowering to 2 and up, and what's next? They aren't giving us the choice anymore, and not all moms can stay at home, and not all moms can afford private school. But that is not because of mask wearing. That is because they are not allowing us and sharing the drugs that do work.
Anybody else? I want somebody just to make a chant. Say 2 words. 2 words. What is that?
No mask allowed.
Woo!
I want to ask him.
Say something.
Do you want to wear a mask to school?
No.
Do you want to
No!
wear a mask to school?
No.
Listen up. Speak up.
No!
No.
Turn this way.
Yeah.
Tell them what your name is.
My name is Kai.
What school do you attend, Kai? What school? What school do you
What's the
attend?
name of the school?
What's her?
What school do you go to?
Home school.
Your home
Oh, school.
Let me ask you a question, Kai. How old are you?
I am 8.
8 years
Wow.
old. What we're looking here, people, is the dream for the ultimate team. This is where the freedom starts. And what we fight for today is the future that we survive for tomorrow. But if we don't stand as one, we fall as all. This children now becomes our new leader of this world. This is why we fight for the ultimate education. So you don't want to be persecuted anymore, do you?
No.
You don't want to be tormented anymore, do you?
No.
Tell them what you feel in your heart, why this needs a change today, so we can have a better tomorrow to bring back our freedom.
Freedom.
I want no kids, no parents, and no one to wear masks.
Say it louder.
I don't want people to wear masks!
There you go, people. The future has spoken, and now we leave for America, and our flag will never be tainted again.
Okay, come on. One more.
What freedom looks like.
Let's go, man.
One more time.
This is what freedom looks like.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. I just want to get y'all pumped up to speak up and speak out, please. Okay. Next, or the host, Crystal. Here we go.
Okay, thank you all so much for coming out, and if you're not already a part of our group communications, Parents United for Freedom, please come see me and I can add you on. We do not have any Facebook presence or anything. I'm doing everything off of the social media platform. So come talk to me if you want to be part of our group.
Can I just say something real quick? Okay, I won't be long. Okay. So, folks, check out, when you get a moment, check out the Bexar County Republican Party website, Bexar County Republican Party.
Hey folks, I just wanted to let you know there are a lot of school board meetings coming up in the next couple of weeks. On Monday, August 16th, on Monday, August 16th at 5:30 is the San Antonio ISD meeting. Tuesday, August 17th is the Shirts to Blow Universal City School meeting. Tuesday, August 17th also, so it's two on the same day, just different school boards. The other one is the NISD school board meeting. And Monday, August 23rd is the NEISD meeting. Just go and show up, bring your signs. Preferably sign up to speak. There's usually about 20 to 25 slots or so. Sign up, let's take every slot. And if you're shy about speaking, write something down. Take a speech from General Flynn and write it down and read it to them, or read them the Constitution, because they need to hear it, because they obviously don't know anything about it. And lastly, I'd just like to quote a scripture for you guys. This is about the whole thing of our nation, of what's going on right now. I just have to say, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves, pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will heal their land.